Bibi Bikila from Ethiopia. He was probably the first marathoner I ever watched. He ran the marathon in the 1960 Olympics in bare feet in Rome, which has cobblestones. I don't know how he did that, and he won the gold medal. And then he came back 4 years later in Tokyo, and he won the gold medal again. This time, that time he wore shoes. but I was amazed at watching him run. I think that was the first time that the Olympics seemed really special to me, is just kind of seeing that moment and seeing what he achieved. Well, it's funny for me because after my first year of running in high school, I was just barely the best runner on our team. And one of my teachers said to me, "Do you think you'll go to the Olympics someday?" And I thought this guy was nuts, because it seemed so impossible at that time, because I was just barely the best runner in our school. There were, I know hundreds of schools in the state of Washington, and then there are 50 states, and I just couldn't imagine, with all the people who were trying to be good runners in all those different high schools, that I might be the one to go to the Olympics. So I thought this guy was really crazy. And it was really only about 10 years later that I found myself on the starting line of the Olympic marathon in Montreal. So I surprised myself. I don't know when I started to believe that I had the ability to make it to the Olympics. Of course, then I look back at what my teacher had said and realized sometimes teachers tell you things and they're right. Focus is just a matter of making your mind up that you want something bad enough that you will stay with it. And I know a lot of runners that I thought were better runners than I was, just kind of weren't able to latch on to that goal and stay with it for one reason or another. Sometimes they were things that were out of their control, but a lot of times they just decided it wasn't worth it anymore. So to me, it's just a matter of determination and just deciding that you want it bad enough that you're going to do everything you can to try to get it. There are certain things that I learned in trying to make it to the Olympics that have really come forth and taught me about how to achieve things. You know, one of them is hard work. I mean, you really have to work hard to reach a goal. Another one is having teammates, and that's maybe people on an actual team, or it can just be your friends and family that support you. Another one is realizing you're going to have times when you fail and you have to pick yourself up and get back at it. That happens to everybody. Patience is really important. I had some real setbacks that I had to, I tried to make the 1972 team, and I didn't, and so I had to be patient and wait another 4 years. And then I think probably believing in yourself is really, really important, because there's a lot of people that will, whatever you tell them you want to do in life, they kind of go, yeah, that's really hard. They're not going to do that, you know. I don't think so. And so you really have to believe in yourself too. And I think those things have all kind of become things that I've realized I can use in other ways. I actually think that that music and sports are very similar in the things that you need to be successful in them. And I don't have a lot of musical talent, so I appreciate people who are musicians for what they are able to do. And when I talk to them, I realize they kind of went through all the same things I did in trying to make it to the Olympics, so it's interesting. But really, for me, music, if I can listen to music when I'm running, like I don't do it outdoors because that's a little bit, if you're around traffic, it's a little bit dangerous. But if I'm running on a treadmill indoors, or if I'm in an area where there's no traffic and I'm listening to headphones, I think the music is really inspirational. It really helps.